Hello, what's up, everybody?
Back.
There you go. Say that again.
Say it again.
Welcome to the Captain's Nug of Thoughts. Do we gotta call it something different now? You're not at the jug? Yeah.
That's something we're going to have to discuss.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Captain's,
we will.
every week will be different.
Yeah.
The Captain's Rug of Thoughts.
We're going to keep you people guessing. We're going to change the name every week and see if you can find us.
Yeah, and then wonder why we have zero following.
Exactly.
The Captain's Plug of Thoughts. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be the Nug of Thoughts for now.
We're plugging some thoughts in here.
Because we don't want to like, it'd be like if Tom Brady was playing for Tampa Bay but still wearing a New England jersey.
Yes.
Yeah, see? I got y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, look
I
at
was
you.
Working on that all day.
And that's sports.
Yeah. You said you had some, we got a lot to get into. There's a few, we went on a couple trips in between this one and the last one. A lot of really great gigs. A lot of wacky stuff happened. You said you got some sports news.
We do.
There's some other news that you people you have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, great things coming. And I don't know any of them, so stop asking me. What's going on in sports? What's up with you?
Also, the Bills registered a victory this week with their brand new wide receiver, Amari Cooper, who is... he had a slow start. He missed the first ball thrown to him, and I was like, no.
That was his first play with the Bills, like, ever?
It went right through his hands and hit him in the face. And I was like, no fucking way. This guy is like a premier wide receiver in the league, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, oh, no way, dude.
I didn't see it, but I'm seeing it in my head.
Sure.
It's making me really laugh, especially like the energy put into this moment.
Yes.
Like everyone's watching his first thing and he hilariously gets just pegged in the face.
Yeah. So
that's a good one.
He made a couple catches in the next couple drives, and then he caught his first touchdown as a Bill right after that.
Hell yeah. Well, sometimes that's a motivation. If I'm on stage and I hit some wacky shit and I really fuck up, I'm like, all right, then the next rotation of that chorus or whatever, I hit it like really hard.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like in vengeance. It's a fuel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This guy's he's a 4-time Pro Bowler, and he's never had a good quarterback. And now he's got Josh, who is like the quarterback of quarterbacks,
Right.
It's a really exciting move because it's basically a replacement for Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically the same player except for he's not a fucking bitch. He doesn't fucking cry if the ball doesn't get thrown to him every play. He doesn't care. Like he wants the team to win. That's the most important thing, not his personal fucking numbers. So
sure, that's good. There was a guy.
It's good news.
Speaking of Diggs and personal numbers, there was a guy at the bank who was dealing with my personal numbers wearing the Diggs jersey on like a big game day.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, this guy doesn't know. I know. This guy doesn't know. Hey, Bale, have I got a show for you? You could learn something, learn a thing or two about this team. That guy don't even play for them anymore.
Right.
Well, that's cool. So go Bills.
Go Bills. And the Sabres still suck for some reason. So we're not going to even talk about that.
Yeah, I forget that that's a thing.
We will move on to my beloved Yankees going to the World Series.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking super stoked about that. And playing the team that they've played more times than any other team in the World Series.
Yeah, we
the
talked
Los
last
Angeles
time.
Dodgers.
They're doing the East Coast, West Coast.
This is the 12th time.
Wow, that's
or 13th.
exciting.
12th time, I believe, that they've met each other in the World Series. I believe that the Yankees have won 8 and the Dodgers have won 3.
I just noticed that the Chicks with Dicks picture is now in here.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at me.
It sure is.
Because you're talking
I'm so
Yankees.
glad you noticed. I put it up there on purpose.
Yeah. You're talking, this is a picture we've talked about a million times from the night we all did drag and Eddie's dressed as the Bride of Frankenstein,
It's
right?
fantastic.
Yeah, it's a legendary picture. It's been in your office, but now.
It's been in my office, which I do no longer am in.
So you're talking about the Yankees, and I'm looking at all your Yankee stuff on the wall.
Yes.
And then I got to that and was like, the fuck? So sorry to totally just derail me. Yeah. So this is cool. That's Yankees fucking, that's, a legendary rivalry.
Yes.
East Coast, West Coast, like I said. That's cool. It brings back the whole Biggie Tupac thing.
They used to be the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah.
And that's when they were a huge rivalry, obviously. New York versus Brooklyn, like it was fucking enormous. And then
they're going to play the shit
and
out of that Kendrick Lamar song whenever they win. Because that's like a West Coast anthem now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, go Yanks, go Bills.
That's cool. So you had a good week.
I did. I had a great week. We're just we're moving on from the jug and moving on to bigger and better things that everyone's going to find out about in about 1 month.
Yeah, man.
It's very exciting news. I think everyone's going to be happy. I think everyone's going to be excited.
I'm happy and excited.
Yeah. Some of us already know, but the rest of you won't know for a little while.
I don't know anything. Stop asking me. Nobody ask me.
Don't ask Thurman because I haven't given him details, but he knows I'm doing something big.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking huge.
Yeah.
We're taking over Fusil Chevrolet. It's going to be huge. All right. Well, look, I don't want to bounce around and shit, but you're talking.
No, let's bounce around.
All right, you're talking about. Well, you're talking about the Yankees game.
Yes.
Which they played Cleveland that last Saturday night.
Yeah.
The Yankees played the Cleveland Guardians. They are now.
Yes, that's the night they clinched.
Yeah. So we were in Cleveland this weekend.
It's so funny. I didn't even know you guys went to Cleveland.
Well, we bought tickets to see D. Antwoord months ago, like summertime, long ago.
Yeah.
And then I come to find out the day before, I go to get tickets, so we want to go to the show. When I go in the city, hang out Saturday, go to dinner, go to the show, go back out in the city that night, and then the next day go hit the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the afternoon, and then have dinner again and drive home.
Yeah.
It comes to find out that Saturday night, the night of the show, is the 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
No shit.
Yeah, at the big arena there.
Yeah.
The new arena, it's different. It's not the same hockey rink we saw Kanye at. Fucking, it's a totally new place.
Right.
So, like, dude, I could read the list is fucking insane of the people that were there.
Right.
It's fucking staggering. And I'm like, all these people are going to Cleveland right now? I'm like, holy shit. That explains why we couldn't get a fucking hotel downtown. We're like, what the? Dude, it was a pain in the balls. We're like, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah, that explains too why my friends were like, dude, fucking hotel rooms were like $450 for one night.
Yeah.
And I was like, no shit.
We got one that was like 20 minutes like south of the city. Yeah. It was really nice, like out in the woods and shit. We had a balcony. It was
that's
great.
sweet.
You could smoke while all the trees do. Well, the drive down there was fucking great. Perfect.
It had to be beautiful
day. 68, whatever.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
October, driving down the fucking throughway through Pennsylvania and shit. The fucking colors, the orange, fucking gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Couldn't have, like, this was, if you're going to go to Cleveland, this was a good time.
Sure.
That one service area that has the walkway across the throughway, the top, it's closed.
What?
I couldn't. It was either closed from our side. I couldn't fucking
with the
get
McDonald's?
to the walkway. Yeah, I was
I
really
stop
looking
at that
forward
one
to that
every time.
I love that one. I wrote that down because I was like,
Me
God,
too.
Dude. I pulled in and it's like a vacation. Like, sorry, folks, fucking. I'm like, God damn it.
What
I was
the fuck?
hungry. I had to piss. I was ready to go.
Yeah,
I was like, I love this one.
I stop at that one every time.
Everyone does. All right, you guys got to get that finished. Whatever you got to do. It was like all fenced off, and we could have got through, but there was a dude there, and I didn't want to. We just started the trip. I didn't want to get in any fucking kerfuffles. Then we get to the Courtyard Marriott, which is right next door to the something else Marriott.
Okay.
So the girl's in the computer looking for my name and can't find it.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? First, the service area is closed. Now she can't find my name in the thing. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. This is not a good start.
No.
And then she's like, are you guys talking about the Courtyard Marriott? This is the fucking Sunset Marriott. You're looking for the Courtyard Marriott next door. Right next door was the one. And it was dope as shit.
Nice.
So, we had a cool box. So, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's happening. And there's also this baseball game happening Saturday night. Yeah. So, D. Antwoord at the Agora Theater, the playoff Yankees baseball game.
Yes.
The fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, all in the same night. And then Sunday was the Browns-Bengals.
Yeah.
And there was like huge shit. Like Zach Wilde was playing, like I think he might have played the anthem or something. Like, because everybody was in town from the thing the night before. So all these Foreigner played the halftime show. It was fucking mayhem. We'll get to that Sunday. So this is still Saturday.
Okay.
Walking around, it's the loudest fucking city in the world now. Like that whole cobblestone like road where the comedy club and all the shit, that bowling alley on the corner.
Yep.
Dude, there's fucking 8 buskers all playing at top volume all the time. There's fucking radios blasting out of the bar. It was kind of Disney World-y. I was kind of annoyed with it. We ended up finding, so we go like, let's find a place to eat, like kind of away from all this, mayhem. It's fun, but it's annoying.
Yeah.
So we find this little kind of healthy juice place where you get a fucking turkey wrap and everything. And I'm sitting there and I see a dude out the window walking up with a Yankees battered jacket, like a whatever, the ones that coaches wear and shit, and a big gold chain, like a comically big gold chain with a Yankees thing on it.
Yeah.
And he was like walking like real New York. I was like, hell yeah, look at this fucking guy.
Yeah.
And he walks in and his buddy with him, I look at and make eye contact with, and I'm like, that's that actor. He looks like a guy named James Medino or something like that. I'm sorry, I looked it up. He was in Hook. He was in The Basketball Diaries. He was on Band of Brothers. He's in The Penguin.
Oh,
the show
wow.
now.
All
and
right.
he just spoilers. He was for a bunch of episodes of The Penguin. He's like, if
Yeah.
I show you this guy, I see is the thing. My fucking see if I get the Wi-Fi going.
Okay.
Oh, here, look. Yeah, James Medeo. It's his name's right in there.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this fucking guy,
Right.
and I'm like, that looks exactly. And I said it to her. I'm like, it looks like exactly like that guy. And he's with the Yankees guy.
Oh, yeah.
With the guy with the jacket. And they walk in, and he kind of clocks me, and I clock him, and we do like a what's up thing.
Yeah.
And they order their shit. They come sit down at the table right next to us. So like I gotta move my coat for the guy with the Yankees chain.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, what's up, guys? We just start, chatting. And he goes, you guys in town for the rock and roll thing? You look like, like I got the leather jacket and the hair bag and the chain. And he just was like, you look like, I'm like, yeah. I was like, no, we're in town for like this other show. I had no idea that shit was even happening.
Like how my friends asked me if my friends were from Hollywood.
Yeah, the friends at the market side asked me if it was from Hollywood.
Yeah, I was like, no, they live in Lewiston.
Yeah. Hollywood, Florida.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. So he was like, this guy looks like he has something to do with that.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I'm going to a completely unrelated music thing.
Yeah.
But I'm talking to him, and he's super friendly guys. These guys were cool as fuck. Shooting the shit, talking about the drive down, they're explaining to me the Yankees thing and the whole, and they're talking about it. And this guy's like, yeah, I live in Hudson now, my wife, blah, blah, blah. He's super cool fucking guy, shooting the shit with him. And the whole time I'm like, I can't figure out if he's that guy or not. He kind of looks like him, but I don't know enough to like, he kind of does.
Sure.
And I didn't want to be like, are you that actor? And him be like, what?
Yeah,
Two New York guys, what are you saying? I'm gay? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Something like that. I was like, whatever, just let it lie. I'll just chat with the guy.
Right.
And he was cool as fuck. And we walk out, and I'm like, I really think it was that guy. And she's like, who? I'm like, the guy we were talking to the whole time.
Yeah.
And I looked him up, and he fucking lives in Hudson, Ohio, I guess. And then there was his Instagram as him and his boy at the game, like with the Yankee shit. I'm like, oh my god, it was that.
It was
guy.
totally him.
Yeah, totally him. So shout out James, and I think his buddy's name was Eddie or something. He was like a voice actor on like a. I looked them all up. I'm like, oh shit, these guys are from Hollywood.
Yeah.
Fucking, what is she talking to me about? You know what I mean?
I want to be a voice actor.
Dude, you would be great. We both do. Anybody listening, please, what a gig. Come on. I have this shit. I can just send you the recordings.
Exactly.
It's going to sound fucking great.
Yeah.
Anybody, right? Make a cartoon of me and him.
Exactly, dude. We have other voices as well.
Yeah.
My buddy Dave Perot, as you know, Dave.
Yeah.
He knows some girl that writes in Hollywood, and he sent her clips of my voice.
Dude, we got
just
her
to see.
We got James Medeo.
Yeah.
And his boy with the Yankee stuff.
Yep.
We got who your people at Marketside think we are.
Yeah.
So we could probably fool some other people out there.
Well, almost all of my friends' kids love me from the second I open my mouth.
Yeah.
And my buddy and Hot Dog.
That's an awful sentence. That's an awful one. Let's not.
You all know what I mean.
If not, I could put that one. I could sink you.
And Hot Dog is always like, it's that fucking cartoon voice you got there, Hard, and that's what it is. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, I guess you got a point. It could be that.
Yeah, you're very animated when you speak too. You're enthusiastic.
I am very enthusiastic.
Yeah. So he was cool. So let's get that hooked up.
Hell
on the
yeah.
side. Let's get a cartoon going.
Right.
So that was cool. That was just one of those random things. Like literally, I watched The Penguin the night before, and he was on an episode, and then he walks into the place.
That's
and
so
like,
fucking
and
crazy.
just like starts a conversation with me, and we just
Which
like
is
hung
cool.
out, like we kind of had lunch together.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, it was random, but they were cool as fuck, and fucking go Yankees, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
Hell
were
yeah.
probably pretty stoked.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I wonder, he must have been friends with Alex Verdugo. He's this player on the Yankees that he wears like this big gold chain.
Yeah.
When he was on the Red Sox before we got him, he used to have like 3 or 4 of them. The guy fucking looks like Mr. T.
Yeah.
The white Mr. T.
Yeah.
Like, and the Yankees are like, look, there's no fucking way we're letting you wear that many fucking chains. Like, it's baseball. You can wear one. We'll let you wear one.
So he wore one giant one.
So he wears one that's like each link is like
yeah,
a little bigger than a quarter.
Looks like the shit like when your light's hanging over your table. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a mechanical chain, like it's
Right.
for Yeah, that's what this dude had. I'm sure it was like a souvenir. Oh, I don't want to disperse it, man. Maybe his was real.
Who
I don't
knows?
know. I didn't check it.
Right.
But they were cool as fuck. That was a random start to the weekend.
That's cool.
That's
a
fun.
great start.
Yeah, dude, motherfucker was in a Basketball Diaries. I love that movie.
Besides the McDonald's thing, it's a great start.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, so now we got to win. We're in the win column.
So the just real quick, you brought up Zach Wilde, and I don't know if I discussed that I have Zach Wilde tickets coming up.
Coming up again. You discussed the last time you saw Zach Sabbath, I think.
Well, it's Zach Sabbath again.
Nice.
And they're playing with the Iron Maidens.
You did. I think you did tell me this.
Yeah, and
you know how many people listen to this show and just are like, "He fucking told you this already, you idiot." And I'm like, "Wow, really? That's cool."
Well, yeah, I know.
I literally, you told me, and then I went home and listened to you tell me.
Well, we both smoke a lot of pot, so
yeah. Like I not only did you tell me once, I then listened to the conversation of you telling me again to make sure it sounded okay.
Right.
So there's no excuse. Now here's the third go around.
Yeah.
And now tonight I'm going to hear the fourth one.
Right.
It's going to be new to me again.
I don't think we discussed it on the show, so at least now everyone else gets to hear it.
Maybe. All right. So the Iron Maidens is like a bunch of chicks doing Iron Maiden.
Yeah, a bunch of hot chicks fucking playing Iron Maiden.
Awesome.
That's the opener, and I can't remember who the I got it in my phone. I can't remember who the other band is, but I'm super stoked about that. That's going to be a fucking great show to go to. Zach Sabbath, holy fuck, is it good? Yeah. It's just, I mean, anybody that knows me knows Black Sabbath's my favorite fucking band, and the way Zach Wilde, who's Ozzy's old guitar player, plays it is just like fucking Tony Iommi. Like, it's just like, holy fuck, man.
He's devout to that religion.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, he was playing at because Ozzy was one of the inductees. Ozzy was getting inducted.
Oh, really?
And I think he was actually there. So it's like, dude, Mary J. Blige, Tribe Called Quest was getting inducted, Ozzy, Peter Frampton, Dave Matthews Band, and all of these people, and everyone who was inducting them, and everyone who wanted to go to this party was in this fucking city, was in this fucking arena. You know what I mean? Like, we walked by the arena, and I'm like, there is so many fucking famous people. Like, a staggering amount of famous people are in that motherfucker.
So Zoso.
Zoso is a Zeppelin thing? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's at Riverworks. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that'll bring us into Riverworks talk.
Yeah. It's perfect, right?
Yeah. All right, bouncing out of Cleveland. We'll get back to Cleveland. Riverworks. Roy G. Biv played last Sunday.
Yes.
With a whole bunch. It's a whole festival thing. Kimono Fox, our homie Zach, was doing DJ in between. Savo Highway played. Magic Beans played. Spafford played, and then Andy Frasco and the UN came and lit the fucking place on fire.
Right.
And huge shout out to everybody who was there, and shout out to Josh at Riverworks and everybody who made this shit happen. Because holy fuck, man, that was a great gig. Great time. It's fun to play a big room like that, and a new people who didn't know us. You know, and that place is dope as shit, man. There's so many activities.
Yeah.
There's so many games. A lot of fun stuff.
Shout out to our buddy Colin, who, if you were there, you know what I mean. If you weren't, then we won't discuss it any longer.
We'll have the man come on. and tell his story.
Yes, we
will.
will.
I'm still confused.
We're both very confused about it.
Super confused.
If you were there, though, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, we'll have the man come on and tell the story himself.
Yeah, we'll have him on in the next few weeks, and we'll get to the bottom of this whole thing.
Sure. But it was great, man. And I don't know, there was, all right, so like there was, I forgot this part. I keep forgetting this part.
Uh-huh.
So it was a Sunday night, and so 9 o'clock Sunday night during the show was 8 o'clock in the morning in Australia.
Okay.
Which meant that's when tickets went on sale for Oasis's Australian show on Halloween next year.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So she's like, let's fucking the little devil, and the devil and the angel.
Oh yeah,
I have two angels that is just her twice going to fucking do it. Let's do it. and she makes a good case, man. We're not gonna be this spry our whole lives. If we're gonna do a big fucking trip like that, we've wanted to go to Australia for years. Why not time it out with like one of the greatest rock and roll reunion tours ever?
Right.
So we went up into the green room with both our phones and a credit card, and we're just and everyone was like, it's fucking 9:30 at night. Who are you getting tickets for? What's going on right now?
Right.
Like Australia. They're like, what? I remembered because we were outside with Whipple and Andrew, and when there's this place across the river from Riverworks that's called Kangaroo Time.
Oh, no shit. That's so funny.
All night we were talking, like, what is that place? And nobody knew. I'm like, it could be anything. They're like, we literally were like, it could be a daycare or a fucking porn store.
It could be anything.
The name Kangaroo Time could be anything. I don't even know what it is. I think Whipple looked it up. It's like a software thing or something. I don't know.
All right.
But we were talking Kangaroo Time, and all of a sudden it hit me, and I was like, holy shit, what time is it? Because like, we had alarms going, and she's in there dancing her balls off with Cheryl and stuff.
Nice.
We both completely forgot that we were supposed to do this.
Right.
So, yeah, we're going to Australia next year, and I keep kind of forgetting
You got the tickets?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Hey, dude. Yeah. So if anyone...
I just heard it for the first time, too, folks.
For the love of God, if anyone has any voiceover work, please.
Yeah.
Australia's mad far away. Cleveland, we can handle. That's right there.
My mom went to Australia last year.
Yeah?
Yeah. My mom and my aunt and my uncle.
That's cool.
My cousin lived there for 3 years.
Nice.
Because her now ex-husband is in the military.
Ooh.
And that's where they got stationed for 5 years.
That's cool.
And I was like, I didn't even know we had a base in Australia.
I'm sure we got a base. It's probably a base here. We might be in one right now.
Yeah, the base is under my apartment.
Yeah, but that'd be cool if they were like, oh yeah, you got to go station somewhere for 3 years. You're like, where? They're like, Australia, someone we've never had a war with, or but it seems like we're ever going to.
Right.
Maybe, I'm not going to say that. Right now seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fucking great, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so there's that, and that was during the show.
And New Zealand looks like I think New Zealand might look like the coolest place on earth.
Yeah, New Zealand looks pretty fucking dope, man.
It does.
Yeah, I want to go to some mystical shit like that.
Fuck yeah.
So we got that. All right, so warming up for this gig, and this is a big fucking gig for us. I wanted to be locked in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had 2 weeks of no fucking weed or nothing, which sucked. But whatever, wanted to be sharp between the ears. And then that's probably why we've been hitting so hard after, just stuffing my face with garbage ever since. And so every morning I get up and I would go fucking practice. And for whatever reason, on like Tuesday, I woke up and started playing that Cure song. Whenever I'm alone with you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love that song. I've never played it in my life. Never even thought to play it. I just accidentally found that riff. And then I would play the biv set. And then the second day, I found the riff and the chords and played the biv set. The third day, I'm adding the bass line. By day 4, I got the whole song going in the loop.
Yeah.
And it was like the song of the week to like warm me up to practice for this gig.
Okay.
And then we do the biv set, fucking smash it. It's awesome. Magic Beans are playing, and they're fucking great, man. They're killing it. They're tight as shit. They're amazing. They're super cool guys. And then at one point, he starts playing the chords to that song. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm talking to my mom, and I'm like, hold on, shut up. And I'm like, this is, seriously? They're going to do that? And then he starts going, nah, 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 nah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Seriously?
And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
That's wild.
And I found her in the crowd, and she looks at me. She's like, did you tell them to play this? I'm like, did you tell them to play this? What the fuck? How did they know?
Yeah, I told them to play it.
It was so weird that it was just that song. And I tried to explain it to them. They're like, oh, cool, man. Like, I don't think they got how odd it was for me to be like, that was this. I've never played that song in my life until this week.
Yeah.
And I just played it to warm up for this show.
Right.
And then you guys played the sickest fucking version of that song.
Really?
That was like my favorite part of the night. Like, it was this cool disco version that went on to all these extreme places, and the tension and release. Those guys are brilliant.
Yeah.
I call Magic Beans. They're from Colorado.
Okay.
And I was like, dude, they are fucking magic. How'd they know?
How'd
played
they
the
know?
song. They got in my head and played the song. Yeah, but all around good shit, man. Frasco's a fucking madman.
Yeah.
Amazing songs, sing along, got the whole place going. We were up in the balcony watching the crowd go fucking ape shit.
Awesome.
It was amazing. He's a super cool guy.
Yep.
Shout out to everybody. And Spafford, of course, fucking rock solid. You know what I mean? That was a big, good gig for us, a good gig to get in that world, put us in front of new audience members who, maybe don't come to Buffalo often.
Sure.
And hopefully that pulled them out.
That's great.
So there's going to be a lot more of that shit coming.
Yeah.
All right, for the love of God. All right, so we're back in Cleveland, and we're walking around after we had the dinner with the guy from the Penguin.
Okay.
And the Goodyear blimp's flying around. And I was like, of course it is.
Yeah,
Why
of course.
So, and we go to D. Antwoord at the Agora Theater, which was fucking outstanding. If you don't know, D. Antwoord is a South African rap rave duo.
I just heard of these guys actually just recently.
Yeah, they're fucking great.
Yeah, I heard
I've been
that
listening to them for fucking years.
Really?
And they're just wild.
I heard about them
And
probably
we really
2 months
wanted
ago.
to go see
3
them.
months
And I was
ago.
like, all right, yeah, I'll go see. And it's different too. You know what I mean? Like we see
Totally
them play-
different.
Totally different.
Yeah.
But they were so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
And it was in a small theater. Like they do big festivals, like when they play their places and like all around Europe and shit. Like,
Yeah.
They play big ass festivals, and they're at a theater it's a relatively smaller theater. I don't know.
Okay.
It felt very intimate, and they
Yeah.
put on a fucking hell of a show. DJ High Tech is a genius on the fucking 1s and 2s, man, and like the whole stage show, and they were so fun. They were fucking great.
Yeah.
All the clothes and everything, the whole style, and Yolandi, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Damn.
Cool.
Yolandi rules. Yeah, that was fucking phenomenal. I can't say, if anyone, just go see them. I can't say enough good things about that show.
Right.
And you could tell they were feeling like it was the loudest crowd I've ever heard in a place. Right. Like Nebworth and fucking, maybe like Fish MSG, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, that was the loudest crowd I've ever heard. And you could tell they were on stage like, whoa, shit, what the fuck?
Right. Yep.
They were phenomenal. Okay. So the fucking rock and roll thing's happening. We go back in the city. We see that there's a Kool and the Gang are hosting a after party at the House of Blues.
Okay.
And we're walking around. We walk past the House of Blues.
Kool
and
and
I
the Gang.
see they were getting inducted.
Awesome.
And I see a little fucking, I don't know, you're just walking down the street and all this stuff. And I hear people going like, yo, congratulations. And I put my head up. and fucking Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest.
No shit.
Me and him almost ran face to face into each other.
Wow.
He was walking up to the place and I was walking past.
Yeah.
And like we kind of stuttered and looked at him. He's got the dreads and the suit on. Like he had a tuxedo on, like he was wearing.
Right.
And I just kind of stunned. And I just put my hand up. I was like, "Hey, man." And he was just walking through and everyone shouting shit. And he goes, "Oh, hey, oh, thank you." And then like got ushered inside.
Awesome.
I was like, "That's cool." So within the last 6 hours, I came face to face with the guy from the Penguin. And Hook, I mean, legendary Hook. Hook's a legendary movie. Every time I see that guy, the first thing I think of is Hook. He was one of the Lost Boys. I ran into one of the Lost Boys, the fucking Goodyear blimp, D. Antwoord, and Q-Tip.
Yeah.
In like a 5-hour span, walking around Cleveland.
Yeah.
It was a pretty wacky night, man.
That is wacky.
And then the dude from Kool and the Gang, he came up front, because now we're hanging out front, just waiting for people's cars to pull up. And then they all got in the walkie-talkies, and all the black limos and shit started pulling down the alleyway. So we did a circle and walked by the alleyway. And the valet guys like looked at me, and I was like, "Oh, here's where they tell us to fuck off." But once again, we look like we're from Hollywood, so they were like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Super friendly. I'm like, "Oh shit, all right, cool."
Yo, what's up?
Hey man, yo, what the fuck? Where's my pass?
Yeah,
where's my pass? Oh shit, we're sorry.
Yeah, here's your pass. Oh, does your wife need a pass? Here you go.
Yeah, I need a pass. We got a bunch of bitches coming. I need 6 passes. Call all my friends, like, get your ass to Cleveland.
You know what's funny is that I was almost there too, because Tim and Brenna, who you know, Brenna found out that the ALCS was going to be in Cleveland because So
is that the thing everyone was doing the ice bucket challenge for?
No.
Oh, okay.
What thing?
They were doing it for ALS. It's a disease.
Oh,
it's
no.
a horrible disease. Don't make jokes about that.
No.
What's the
That's
ALCS?
Lou Gehrig, former Yankee.
Yeah. See, we got a theme going today.
We do. The ALCS is the American League Championship Series. So whoever wins that goes
sounds like an
to
awful
the
disease. They should work on that. Yeah.
So Brenna's been killing it at work. So she talked to her boss, and she's like, "Yo, I need tickets to the Yankees Cleveland game in Cleveland," and they were like, "Done." 2 of the people, so they went there. They got there. Tim texts me from Cleveland like 5 hours before the game.
This is this weekend?
Saturday.
They were. Oh my God, they were in Cleveland too.
So, everybody was there. He sends me a text that says, "Yo, fucking 2 of the people fucking couldn't make it from Brenna's work. We have 2 extra tickets to the game tonight. It's only 4 hours away. Do you think you can make it?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, motherfucker." I'm like, so I did not make it, but I'm kind of pissed I didn't make it.
That's so wild. Why? Dude, there's just weird things where like all the energy in the universe just pointed at Cleveland for 3 days.
It really did. And then I was extra mad that I didn't go, because not only did the Yankees win, but the game went to extra innings, went to the 10th inning, and Juan Soto, who's like was the biggest free agent in the the biggest free agent in the world, like the world's ever seen. The Yankees got him this last year. He's going to be the biggest free agent this year. He's going to command like $500 million, literally. Hit a 10th inning 3-run home run to win the game.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, I could have been there.
It was pretty cool.
It was fucking so cool.
You can hear the game, like, dude. Especially Cleveland has both their stadiums like right downtown.
It's
so we're walking
amazing
around the city, and you just hear.
Yeah, that's
you
cool,
hear it
man.
in the distance, and you
That's
can see the lights and shit.
Yes.
So we're sitting in this restaurant that was like an incredibly baseball themed restaurant.
Oh yeah.
There was like shit from Major League all on the walls and everything.
Oh, I bet.
And we were getting some food in there, and that's when first of all, one of the guys from the Guardians made like a great play, the shortstop, and everyone's fucking going nuts.
Oh yeah.
And then you can hear the city erupt. And then the next play, he like it just fell out of his glove.
Yes.
And I don't know who's directing these sports programs, but they had this guy, and then right as the worst moment of this poor fucking guy's life, they got it slowed down from 10 different angles, like immediately.
That's what they do.
And then they show a fat guy in the crowd just like cover his face and go, "No." I'm like, how did they do it like perfectly? They do it.
It's every game, man.
Instantly.
They
had it edited just to make this guy look really bad.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine just the worst moment of your professional career so far, and then they just, we got that from every fucking angle just to make you look fuck awful. And then here's the devastation in the face of a fan.
He's a rookie. So,
well, then that dude fucking hit this home run, and like the whole place got sad except for our homeboys
exactly
from New York there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing. And then the Browns lost the next day.
Yeah.
And that was
Well,
a
they
thing
stink.
where I'm like, do you like if
And that's
both-
where the Bills got Amari Cooper from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
So it's constant Cleveland and New York.
Yeah, that's a new rivalry.
This whole episode is New York Cleveland.
Yeah. But I mean, I was like, do you understand like what a different weekend this would have been if that fucking guy didn't drop that ball?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like half an inch down lower and it went in his glove or
Right.
something. The whole trajectory of the week, like if both teams won, this place would have been fucking on fire. It would have been like one of the most legendary Cleveland, and it was still great. You know what I mean? Obviously,
Still great.
but still, there would have been an electricity in the air.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm very thankful that they both lost, but
Yeah.
actually, I'm not thankful that the football team lost. I could kind of care less, but I'm very thankful that we got their best player.
Well, I'm thankful it was all happening. It was mad fun.
Yeah.
So then the next day, we want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yep.
We get up. Pretty dope breakfast in the fucking hotel there. Shout out to that guy. But, so you drive back into the city, and the weather's beautiful, but you're not getting anywhere fucking near. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is literally right next door to the stadium.
Yeah.
You're just not getting anywhere. And the whole, like, our stadium is out in Orchard Park.
Right.
This stadium is in the city. So it is just fucking, dude, it's like a military operation. They have parts of the highway closed, and there's
I bet
just
they did.
fucking orange and it's the Bengals and the Browns. So it's just the brown and orange.
Everything's brown and orange.
Everything's brown and orange everywhere, except for the two of us. It's the two of us and the two guys from New York, the two actors from New York, and their Yankee shit stick out like fucking sore thumbs.
Exactly.
So we're driving around, and she's like, "Oh, you can park on 6th." I'm like, "The fucking thing's on. Like, we're not getting anywhere near 6th. We can park on 14th. We're not getting anywhere near this fucking place." So we it was exciting. It was fun to like drive through all that and be in the fucking city while all that shit's going down. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and good God, man, it fucking, especially for me, I always do that in a Cleveland trip. Go to a concert the night before, then hit it the next day, and it's like a fucking jolt of just inspiration of everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, let me look at some of the fucking... I mean, there was there was stuff for the, all the inductees had their special set. The top floor is always a rotating thing, and it was Bon Jovi this time. It was kind of interesting.
It was the Grateful Dead last time I went.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
First time I
was
went,
right after a Fish show, too.
Oh, you cocksucker. That's awesome. And they had a bunch of shit. That's great.
Yeah.
They didn't have...
It was cool.
The first things I saw were 2 microphones from the Fare Thee Well shows.
Okay.
Were, like, down by, like, the bathrooms when you first go,
Right.
And there was a set list from a Garcia Band show from, like, the early 90s. So
Right.
there's a couple things. And there was a Doug Irwin guitar that was one Jerry never played on stage, but it was just one that he made for him.
Okay.
And there was a few things. The first time I went when I was a kid, they had that thing at the bottom of the escalator that was all Jerry's guitars.
Uh-huh.
And he purposely wanted it right outside the doors so you could go see it for free.
Sure.
So they did. That's cool. And it was U2 was at the top, but this time it was Bon Jovi. Whatever, it was fine.
Yeah.
There's still mad cool shit. So they had a thing right when you walk in. It was a hip hop at 50. So 50 years of hip hop.
Okay.
And they had all the this equipment and all the outfits, Beastie Boys tracksuits, like 3 Beastie Boys things. And then you're going through this hip hop at 50, and it's taking you through how like the beats got made originally and the inspiration. It goes through all the soul and everything.
Oh, cool.
And you come around this corner, and in a big glass case is fucking Biggie Smalls.
Nice.
It's a massive mannequin with the red leather shirt he's wearing and the jeans he's wearing on the cover of the Source magazine.
Oh shit.
And and it's just a big mannequin that's fucking huge, and you just I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
And I walk around and it's just Biggie Smalls. It doesn't have like a head or anything.
Yeah.
It should. I mean, it might be weird. I know they do the wax museum, but if it was a wax museum actually wearing the dude's real clothes.
Right.
Like, because you look at his jeans and you see like a stain, like an ash from a blunt on it, and it humanizes everybody. So
Sure.
much. That trip my parents took me on when I was a kid was fucking revolutionary to me.
Right.
It makes everything so real.
Sure.
And that was great. The hip hop shit was great. Seeing like contracts too, like Colonel Parker Elvis contracts.
Wow. That's
After now
fucking
that
cool.
I work in the whatever the world and shit, like you see a check for a gig, and I'm like, I got a check for a gig. Yes. Oh my god. Like, as a kid, you don't give a fuck about the paperwork. You care about the clothes and the instruments.
Yes.
But now, like, that shit makes it so real.
It does.
There's the floaty character in the storybook Hollywood shit, but then you're like, all right, this was just a fat dude at a desk with a cigar, right? Writing letters to Vegas and everything.
Right.
Yeah, man, it was super cool. And there's just countless things in there that are fucking great.
Absolutely.
Here, look at there's Biggie Smalls right
I
there.
loved it. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny, man.
So yeah, everybody, all this shit we're talking about, I'm gonna post like the pictures on our Instagram page.
Yeah.
I'll post like the episode thing, and you could swipe through and you could see like all the pictures of shit we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's Captain's. Well, maybe it'll be Captain's Nug of Thoughts. So far, it's still Captain's Jug of Thoughts.
It's Captain's Jug of Thoughts for at least another month.
Yeah. If you guys got any fucking ideas, let me know.
Yeah.
The whole punk wall was always amazing. John Lennon's
it really is.
All right, so look at this. They had this 3D poster of Mick Jagger's face from like back in the 70s. Like it was like a, shit people would buy. And it really creepily looks like him. Yeah. It's like a poster of his face, but it's like rubber and it's popping out.
Right.
And I can't believe they didn't make more of these because it looks very oddly accurate.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, do you know how many girls bought one of these?
Oh, my God.
And just defiled it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a porn toy right there. That's that's a fleshlight for a chick in the 70s.
It sure
Mick
is.
Jagger's fucking rubber face.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That was cool.
But it totally is.
So they have this thing there now, it's called the garage, where they have gear set up and you can go jam.
Oh, no shit.
And they have not two kids, whatever. They have two dudes playing there who are like, they work there and they have a list of like a whole book of songs. It's kind of like a live band karaoke.
Yeah.
And they switch off. One dude plays the drums, then he'll play guitar, and they'll switch and have people come up. So I got up and fucking ripped All Along the Watchtower and then a Crossroads.
Oh, nice.
And like, they have like people coming up singing and girls singing a song they like. And then I get up and play Crossroads. And then all of a sudden there's like bad people around and shit. Because I'm like, it's like, kids playing. And then I'm like, they're like, and but you're playing with guys that you've never seen. They have no idea who I am.
Right.
They're like, all right, so you want to play it in? I'm like, just start fucking playing, dude.
Yeah.
Just you go. You guys start doing whatever, and I'll just hop on board. And they're probably like, what? Right. And then as soon as they start playing Crossroads and I'm doing the riffs, they're like, oh, thank Christ. But it was cool, and it was really loud, so everybody in that place was listening to us. Yeah. That was fun, dude.
That's cool.
They had like individual setups where they had like directional speakers above your head, so you could just stand in one spot and listen to yourself playing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really cool shit, man.
Yeah.
You can make stickers. There was a sticker making thing, so you can make stickers for your own band. And I made a bunch of fucking 2 Roy G. Biv stickers with designs.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah. It was, all in all, man, what a great trip to Cleveland. There's this thing called the Museum of Illusions with all these kind of art installations. Like, as you see here, there's my face in a kaleidoscope.
Oh, look at you.
And it's all these forced perspective things and
40 of you.
mirrors. Yeah. And all these, like, cool, visual, trippy things, like things on the wall that, like, move if you, like, look at them the right way.
Yeah.
It was really cool. So there's one thing, Lee doesn't go for any of that shit. And I asked the dude, I'm like, what's going to make her throw up? He's like, it's all pretty chill, except there's this one thing called the vortex room that she's going to not want to go in.
Okay.
And we get to the vortex room, and it's this tunnel with like a walkway, like a metal walkway with railings, like almost like scaffolding in like an arena or something, like up top. And the whole thing around it is lit up and spirally and spinning one way, and then you're looking at a mirror that's like spinning the other way.
Oh, okay.
And it becomes like, dude, it's fucking awesome. And it's insane. And I almost fell over. Like the first time I walked through, I'm like stumbling and hanging on.
Yeah, dude, I did that down in where the fuck were we? I don't even remember where we were now. Tennessee. Mm-hmm. We were in Tennessee, and we went to one of those places. It's like an upside down house.
Yeah, like a fun house kind of thing.
Yeah, but like we walked across this bridge, and it's as straight as an arrow, but as soon as you take one step on it, it feels like you're falling off.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, and like I was the first one to go. I turned around and watched the other 6 people that I was with, and they were stumbling across this thing like they were hammered. Yeah, it was so much fucking fun watching. It was more fun watching them than it was actually trying to get across it.
And once I got used to it,
like
I was going through like over and over like a little kid,
right?
And like I'm hanging on and like watching myself spin, and then you could turn. Like I got comfortable.
Yeah.
And I tried to like, she tried to like film it. Like we tried to carry a camera through, and it just doesn't come across in the camera. All you see is a guy walking down a thing with a spinning behind him, and he's like stumbling like crazy.
Exactly.
Like, there's a fucking earthquake.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Shout out to the Museum of Illusion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude, Cleveland was pretty
it sounds like
fun.
the exact same place, but that's not what it was called down there. I don't know what it was called.
There's
but
these
it's a scientific
white
thing.
things with like there's a flashing light, and it makes it look like it's liquid, but it's a sculpture.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, cool shit.
Oh well, shout out Cleveland. Shout out to you.
Cleveland is a very cool fucking little city. It's it's like the same size as Buffalo, but
I think it's a little bigger. I was always said that,
maybe.
But this time it seems like it's. I mean, look, we went on a pretty good weekend. It seemed like the whole place was popping a little harder. I think maybe if you go to Buffalo while shit's going on, it seems. Yeah, I don't know. It seems a little bigger.
I mean, like when for example, I lived in Buffalo when the fucking Sabres went to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
the city seemed bigger. It seemed bigger.
Yeah, you're right. All right, maybe Buffalo seems empty during my shows. Maybe that's just what's happening.
Well, the Stanley Cup's a pretty big deal.
Oh, you drive around my gigs, it's pretty. You can park anywhere.
I don't think that's what it is.
It's fucking. It was fun, man. We ate relatively healthy for the most part until nighttime. And oh, dude, there's this place called like the DP Dough Company or something. And they had they specialize in like calzones and shit. But we got these little pizza rolls, little roni rolls, pepperoni, and it dude, the dough was fucking unreal.
Yeah.
And then there's this apple fucking calzone thing, you know, and it was like their dough is like what they specialize in.
Okay.
It was fucking awesome. Shout out to them. God damn.
I was just talking today about my homemade stromboli. I learned. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever. You guys probably never even had it.
Like maybe a long time ago.
If you did, it would have been like 10 years ago. Oh, you did have it at Pete's one of those Sundays.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But I learned how to make it from this old Italian lady who was actually a unknown mobster's mistress.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool.
It is cool. I know who the mobster is, but I'm not going to release that information for my personal safety.
Don't fucking ask me. I'm not even going to ask her.
But I was at her house this one. Like every time that I went to her place, it smelled like heaven, you know? And I was just like, so every time that I went there, she's making like food for like, you know how old Italian ladies are. Yeah. It's really for 4 people, but it looks like it's for 30.
Sure.
You know? So she's like, oh, Chris, she goes, here, try this. And I take a bite of it, and I'm like, what is this? And she's like, that's my homemade stromboli. Do you like it? And then I was like, do I like it? So I'm like, how the hell do you make that? She's like, do you got time? And I was like, yes, I do.
Yes.
So
you pick up the phone, cancel all my meetings.
I took my jacket off. I put it on the chair. I sat down. She went step by step.
How did you know this person? You worked for somebody? Wait, what happened? I missed that part.
I used to help them with their money.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not incriminating at all. What a great way to put that. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, it was 25 years ago. So
I used to help them hide things.
The statute of limitations is out on that, so leave me alone. But so anyway, she takes me step by step on how to make a fucking stromboli from scratch, and
don't tell any of that here. They're good. That's going to give away the details.
I was like, you mind if I take out a piece of paper?
Yeah.
So I take out a piece of paper. I'm jotting all this stuff down, just like little things that she says to like make sure that I stay on cue. And I go home that night and make it to make sure I don't forget, because it was like one of the best things I ever tasted. Mm-hmm. And I've been making it for the last 25 years now. And I was just telling Galifianakis and Andy about it, and they were like, dude, can you make that sometime? Like, and I was like, yeah, maybe one of these fucking nights that we do a podcast, or you know, maybe I'll make them before you guys get here. And I'll make a couple different kinds, because you can stuff them with anything, as you well know.
Yeah.
You know, you can just have a plain pepperoni and cheese, or you can do fucking mushrooms, banana peppers, fucking green peppers.
So it's like
sausage,
Build-A-Bear.
You know, and it's fucking like, just roll it up.
Build-A-Bear workshop.
Yeah.
Or apparently you can throw fucking apple pie filling in this and fucking, you know, that's what these guys did.
Yeah.
We went to a place right by the Hall of Fame on that pier there. There used to be a skate park, but now it's like condos. Mm-hmm. They've definitely built some new shit since the last time I've been down there.
Yeah.
But down at the end, there's this Mexican place, and it's on the water, and it was so sunny and beautiful right outside the game, so you could hear the game not going well. You know? Like,
yeah.
But all these times these things are happening, like I'm sitting right outside the stadium. It's not like something was happening. Like the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after party, I looked it up after, and it's like Dave Chappelle and Mary J. Blige and Q-Tip are all in there hanging out. And me and her were standing out front waiting for a fucking Uber. It was cool. So we're sitting at this Mexican place, and I guess right there's got to be a little small airport, because about every 10 minutes another fucking private plane went taking off, and they were loud, and I'm like, that's everybody from last night who stayed and partied the game, and now they're all taking off.
Yep.
We're sitting there eating tacos, like watching all the celebrities leave.
Awesome.
You know, it was like a very...
Where were you eating tacos?
Right at the Hall of Fame. If you're on that, like, it's like a pier, it's on the water, and if you keep walking out, it's behind it. Okay. And it's like out on the water. I forgot what it's called. Right. It's a Mexican place. It was fucking great. Because
last time I was there, I went to this Mexican place and ate tacos and drank a bunch of tequila. It was not. Yeah.
This was at the
But it was fantastic. Like, it was like real Mexican. Like, I was like, dude, this place is legit. And the bartender, for whatever reason, took a shining to me and the girl that I was with, and just kept coming over with shots of tequila.
Nice.
And like, I was like, did you order those? She's like, no, you didn't. And I was like, no. And then it happened again. and then again.
Yeah.
And then we went to the game, and I was like, I'm kind of fucked up. But, yeah, so shout out Cleveland.
Yeah, dude. Cleveland does rock.
Cleveland rocks.
Yeah, that song is accurate.
It's very accurate.
But we're sitting there watching this after this wacky weekend. We're eating time, and I'm watching all these planes take off, and I'm like, what if fucking one of them just like, fucking, we sat here and just watched Cher's plane plunge into the ocean, into the lake,
right.
You know, because Cher was there.
Because Cher was there.
Cher was there, man. Ozzy was there. Dude, I gotta...
The who's who of...
Let me look up. So, yeah, it was like
A-list
literally
musicians.
like clockwork. Every 10 minutes, another fucking Learjet or whatever. Some fancy-ass Succession-looking shit.
Right.
Fucking fame induction. Let me find who's performing. Who's performing? All right, I'm going to cut all this part out.
Cleveland has about 100,000 more people than Buffalo.
Cleveland has about 100,000 more people than Buffalo.
Okay.
How about that?
Population has been declining quite a bit.
Cleveland's?
Over many years.
Well, so is Buffalo's. I mean, 100 years ago, fucking Buffalo and Cleveland and, you know, all these relatively big cities along the Great Lakes were the biggest cities in the fucking United States, you know, besides New York and Chicago and LA. But now they're all the bigger cities are down south, you know.
Came together the class of 2004 or 2024. Cher, Mary J. Blige, Ozzy Osbourne, Kool and the Gang, Tribe Called Quest, Dave Matthews Band, Foreigner, Peter Frampton were all like added to the hall. You know? So, like, what happened here? Kelly Clarkson sang Foreigner. Cher did some shit. Galifianakis is calling you right now?
Yeah.
Answer it. Put him on speakerphone. Tell him he's on the show.
Okay.
Kelly Clarkson was singing.
Galifianakis.
Zendaya was there. Doya Lipo.
Yeah, we're still up here. You're actually on the show right now.
Oh, okay.
I can hear him outside.
You're still on the pod?
Yeah, so are you.
Oh, okay. Galifianakis, how's it going?
I'm Galifianakis. How's it going?
Yeah.
I'll talk to you after you're done. It's fine.
You guys can come up.
Andy's still eating. I'll come say hi, but...
Well, all right. Well, whatever.
All right, so...
All right, bye.
Yeah, a real who's who.
And that was Galifianakis, people.
Yeah. Big super fan.
Yeah.
A captain's nug of thought super fan. I don't know. If anyone else has any bright ideas, we don't want to change it too much.
No, we don't want to change it too much, and I already have an idea in my head, actually.
Yeah? I was like thinking like it'd be like a radio station. I kept saying WKAP.
Yeah.
Because WCAP works.
Wow, that was really
sounds
fast.
like a CPAP machine. That was really fast. I don't know.
So,
you have ideas?
for the name, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll do them on the air, but
Okay.
I've got a couple ideas. I was thinking about it half the day today, like after I got done with my meeting.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we going to do with the podcast?
Rebranding. I've been learning a lot about branding. I've been having talks with people about branding.
All right.
Rebranding. So, but it's all going to be the same. All the shit we've recorded is ours. It'll be the same. You guys won't even fucking notice.
No, you won't.
It'll be the same feeds, the same channels, everything you're subscribed to. Nothing will fucking change.
Nothing's going to change.
No. But for now, still go to Instagram, find Captain's Jug of Thoughts.
Yeah.
That's where you'll find out all the stuff. And then there's the YouTube you subscribe to and the Spotify and all that shit. All right. So, shout out Cleveland. Shout out to him. Shout out Q-Tip. Shout out James Medeo.
Shout out Yankees. Shout out Bills.
Yeah.
Shout out Hot Dog.
Shout out Hot Dog. What do you earn one? Shout out Cher.
Yeah, I'm going on vacation. I'm going on vacation with Hot Dog soon. And,
oh yeah. Well, that'll be fun. Yeah, you're about to hit a vacation, so you'll come back with a bunch. I'm not going anywhere for a while. I had a really busy couple fucking months here. I'm going to come back. Next episode's going to be me telling you about fucking raking leaves. Right? Raking leaves, hanging out with the chickens. I'm chilling out.
We've got what do we got? Like 15 days until I go on vacation.
Yeah.
So we might try and squeeze one more in, or we might just wait and I might call you and try and do one again.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, this plate of chocolate chip cookies you made has been staring at me the whole time.
You have one.
And I'm going to, but I didn't break. And I want the listeners to know this.
Yeah.
I didn't break.
Yeah, I just made a fresh batch of chocolate chip cookies that everyone's been enjoying.
They're wonderful.
Galifianakis is looking at me with 2 thumbs up.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right. See you next time.